Hi guys, happy Monday. It's October 27th. I haven't made a video in a while, so wanted to share with you guys on what's going on. Obviously, people are concerned about the SNAP payments on November 1st. So we wanted to look at the SNAP payments, what that means, the healthcare subsidies, what that means, the government shutdown, what's going on with Taco, as far as his health is concerned, the White House renovations, and basically the astrology of all of this stuff. Because, and obviously the JE files, and getting Arizona representative sworn in, which hasn't happened yet. So here's the timeline, key dates to watch. Okay, so we're just gonna go through it, and then you can ask me any questions by messaging me, and we will talk about this again during our live later on today. So I just wanted to send this out beforehand, so you guys could absorb what's gonna happen. Let's kind of cut to the chase here. The SNAP payments are likely not to go on after November 1st, and there's a good chance that it may take into February, March, or even later of 2026, which may be also the case for the healthcare, which also puts in doubt the government shutdown. So this government shutdown is quite serious, and it is probably going to be the longest government shutdown we've ever had. The longest one was, as we've said, 2018-19, 35 days. So this one, there is nothing to indicate that it's going to end. A lot of people are talking about this November 1st deadline, but Taco's not willing to do anything. The Republicans and MAGA is not willing to do anything. And by the way, what are the Democrats going to do? They still need health care. They still need now the SNAP benefits program. So I think it's very important for you to understand that this has nothing to do with the Democrats, aside from the fact that they're standing up for what was the big ugly bill, because all of this was in the big ugly bill and nobody was paying attention. So now all these benefits and these programs are ending or are lapsing, or the subsidies are lapsing. It is because of the big ugly bill, guys. Okay, and there are more programs and more benefits that will start getting triggered starting November 1st, January 1st, 2026, and some portions of 2026. So this is a rolling benefits discontinuation, okay? And that is because of the big ugly bill signed July 4th and 5th of 2025, this year, that Taco signed. And so they need to come up with that money. And right now there is no money, okay? That is the truth of it. So let's look at the astrology of what's likely to happen, and hopefully the astrology is wrong, and the benefits come in place much sooner than we even believe or see. But if it isn't, let's see how close it is to the astrology, which is probably looking at probably the March or April, even later time frame as far as the SNAP benefits are concerned. As the healthcare, it may be even later. Okay, so let's look at that.
Bottom line summary. Theme. Outcome. Humanitarian crisis.
Oh.
SNAP halt creates the largest domestic food shock since 1939. Public response. February 2026 historic protest wave, fueled by Saturn, Neptune conjunction. Political pivot. March 2026 emergency supplemental bill restores benefits. Structural reform. August 2026 eclipse pressures force long-term health and subsidy deal. Astrological throughline. Uranus return plus Saturn. Neptune conjunction equals end of old systems, rise of compassion governance. One degree Taurus, 1 degree Leo. Government control versus people's survival needs. 21 degrees Taurus. Radical experiment in food access. 7 degrees Aries, male sign, 4 degrees Aries. Federal Drive for Mobilization, New Deal Echo. SNAP embodies America's social contract DNA. Taurus Earth practicality joined with Aries courage to feed a nation in crisis. Keycap 2 major 2025 to 2026 transits activating SNAP. Transit. Timing. Impact. Uranus 24 to 26 degrees Taurus. August 2025, June 2026. Uranus returns systemic overhaul, the 1939 pattern reborn. 0 degrees Aries, conjunction. February, March 2026. Compassion versus bureaucracy, dissolution rebuild cycle. 0 to 2 degrees Aquarius, snap sun. 2025-2027. Power struggle, who deserves aid. Eclipses February 20th and August 28th, 2026. Trigger points. Activate Taurus resource access food, subsidies, supply stress. Interpretation from November 2025, March 2026. SNAP hits its Uranus return, the most disruptive phase since 1939. Expect benefit halts, protests, emergency relief bills, and eventual modernization, digital EBT, NGO partnerships, local pilot programs. Keycap 3 SNAP crisis plus shutdown overview. USDA confirms no federal SNAP disbursements after November 1st, 2025. 42 million affected. Politico/CBS/Fox. States fallback. May use remaining October EBT balances. GA/DHS. Epstein files vote. House still one signature short. Forbes/Guardian. Speaker Johnson's refusal to swear in Adelita Grijalva stalls the 218 vote trigger used as shutdown leverage. White House East Wing demolition. Ballroom construction during hunger crisis optical meltdown. Walpo/PBS. Astrologically, this aligns with Uranus return equals forced redesign of social safety nets. 0 degrees Aries, 2/20/26 equals compassion revival after bureaucratic neglect. Keycap 4 protest policy sequence, astrological forecast. Period. Civil climate. Astro trigger. Policy response. January 2026. Food insecurity plus holiday debt city marches. NYC, LA, Chicago, DC. Full moon in Cancer versus US Sun public care access. Partial reopen, drafts emerge but stall. February 2026, peak. Tens of millions join nationwide actions. Faith leaders plus health workers mobilize. Exact 0 degrees Aries, 2/20, moral mandate. Bipartisan breakaway humanitarian carve-out bill begins. March 2026, pivot. Momentum shifts to legislation. Late Taurus Aquarius. Emergency supplemental SNAP reinstated. Shutdown ends. April, June 2026, restructure. Protests calm. Policy work intensifies. Enters Gemini. EBT modernization. NGO delivery. School meal bridge. August, September 2026, eclipse window. Renewed pressure for healthcare relief. Eclipse August 28th, Taurus. Healthcare subsidy framework finalized for late 26. Keycap 5-month by month dashboard. Probabilities astro-weighted, not guarantees. Month. Government shutdown probability. SNAP restoration. Healthcare reform progress. Astro driver. November 2025. 85%. 10%. 0 to 5%. Uranus return on SNAP Taurus crisis begins. December 2025. 70%. 25%. 5 to 10%. Optics worsen. Gridlock continues. January 2026. 60%. 35%. 15%. Family care access. First marches. February 2026. 40%. 55%. 35 to 45%. Exact 0 degrees Aries moral crescendo. March 2026. 25%. 70%. 55 to 65%. Emergency supplemental bill. April, June 2026. 10 to 15%. 75 to 85%. 60 to 70%. System overhaul phase. August, September 2026 is almost equal to 10%. 80 to 90%. 75 to 85%. Eclipse window full healthcare push. Keycap 6 trumps parallel transits and crisis overlay. Theme: astro alignment. Manifestation: health strain and volatility. Taurus male sign Leo. MRI revelations, stress episodes, energy fluctuations. Institutional backlash. Aquarius Leo angles. Legal and political blowback, Epstein vote heat. Moral testing. Aries. Optics of hunger versus ballroom greed define his image. Chronology. October, NOV 2025. MRI plus East Wing scandal plus snap cutoff credibility hit. Deck, Jan, Epstein vote drama. 218 signature battle dominates media. February 2026. Moral pressure climaxes with mass protests, moral emergency. March 2026. Forced humanitarian package to contain damage. August, Sep 2026. Second wave protests revive Epstein and healthcare issues. Keycap 7, bread versus ballrooms, optics track. Symbol. Meaning. White House ballroom construction. Represents greed and constitutional breach, accepting domestic/foreign money. Snap suspension. Represents denial of basic human need. Protest response. Bread not ballrooms becomes the defining chant of February 2026. Keycap 8 combined scorecards. A. Protest policy pressure, 0 to 10. Factor. NOV 25. Deck 25. Jan 26. February 26. Mar 26. August 26. Protest scale. 4. 6. 8%. 10. 7. 9. Press optics versus WH. 7. 8%. 9. 10. 7. 9. Congressional defection risk. 2. 3. 5. 8%. 9. 7. Policy concession probability. 1. 3. 5. 8%. 9. 8%. B. Program outcomes. Outcome. Expected window. Details. Snap reinstatement. March 2026 plus or minus 4 weeks. Emergency supplemental plus retroactive benefits. Shutdown resolution. March 2026. Linked to humanitarian carve-outs. Healthcare subsidy framework. August, Sep 2026. Eclipse window final deal. Phase in 27. Snap system overhaul. April, June 2026. EBT Tech plus NGO bridge programs. Keycap 9 key dates to watch. Date. Event. Astrological driver. Likely development. November 1st, 2025. Snap payments halt nationwide. Return begins. Start of food aid crisis public outrage. November 5th to 15th, 2025. East Wing ballroom coverage peaks. Square snap sun. Optics collapse for White House. December 2025. 218. Vote stalemate on Epstein files. Taurus pressure. Gridlock deepens. Shutdown persists. January 2026. First mass marches, NYC, LA, DC. Full moon Cancer versus US Sun. Public demand for relief gains traction. February 20th, 2026. Conjunction 0 degrees Aries. Moral reset moment. Tens of millions protest. Bipartisan shift emerges. March 15th, 2026. Snap reinstatement, EST. Aquarius. Emergency supplemental passed. April, June 2026. Snap overhaul hearings. Gemini transit. New digital delivery rules. August 28th, 2026. Total eclipse in Taurus. Saros 138 return. Second wave protests force healthcare deal. September 2026. Healthcare framework finalized. Gemini Aquarius. Fiscal resolution and new safety net architecture. Bottom line summary. Theme. Outcome. Humanitarian crisis. Snap halt creates the largest domestic food shock since 1939. Public response. February 2026 historic protest wave, fueled by Saturn, Neptune conjunction. Political pivot. March 2026 emergency supplemental bill restores benefits. Structural reform. August 2026 eclipse pressures force long-term health and subsidy deal. Astrological throughline. Uranus return plus Saturn. Neptune conjunction equals end of old systems. Rise of compassion governance.
Okay, guys, so that's it. Here is the key dates to watch again. You can take a screenshot of that or whatever you need to. And we're going to be talking about this as well in our live later on tonight. Okay, so hopefully this helps you guys understand that it is quite serious. But it will be remedied. You just have to wait a few more months, sometime in 2026. That's what it looks like. Okay, thank you.